Brand new season means brand new titles to fight for and all new games as Fat 5 returns for Season 9. Unfortunately, due to a technical issue on Pitch 1, we won't be able to bring you highlights of those games, but we do have highlights for the rest of the games played in Week 1. Looking at the Week 1 lineup, starting with Parmesan Belgrade, they have Martin, Callum, Lewis, Stuart, Paddy and Johnny stepping in from the Commissioner's team as Martin makes his debut as the brand new Parmesan Belgrade captain, taking over from Josh from last season. They'll look to try and turn things around early this season compared to last. Moving on to Flaberdeen's lineup for Week 1. Paul, captain, unable to attend Week 1 due to an ankle injury, so relies on new signing Bernie from OB City. Jamie, Barry and Belly, i.e. Kev, from last season all return. Martin and Michael come in from the Commissioner's team, with Michael making his debut. Looking at Scrandinavia's lineup, the champions of Season 8, and they are going to be looking at relying on Wayne, Thomas, Champers and Barry, as Lewis as well this week looks to try and defend last season's title. Andrew from the Commissioner's team comes in to step in and turn them into a 6 team as they look to defend their title this season and hope to get off with a good start with that. OB City looking very strong in Week 1. Captain Willie able to ask upon Brian, Nathan, Gogs, Matt, Matthew, Craig, all to help them try and get off to a good start this season after a bit of mixed performances, and with Bernie, their previous captain, moving on to Flaberdeen this season. Turning attention to Rapid Viennetta for Week 1. Captain Cal is able to call upon James, Niall, Aidan and Ray from the main core lineup of Rapid Viennetta. Lewis comes in from the Commissioner's squad to help booster out the numbers there as well, as he looks to help them turn their fortunes around after a bit of a mixed season last season. Fatburn Rovers have a brand new captain as well in the shape of Terry, who takes over James's position as captain, and so they're able to call upon Jason, John, Mitchell, Stephen, ex-captain James, and Timber has now joined Fatburn Rovers during the off-season break to become a permanent member of the Fatburn Rovers team. Looking at the Ivory Toast lineup for Week 1 after a whirlwind start last season, unfortunately this week they only have Captain Greg and David available and have to dip into the Commissioner's market to pick up a number of helping hands there. Mark and Sean making their debuts this season at Fat 5. Taylor and Roscoe coming from Bayern Brew, as Bayern Brew had an overload of players this week and wanted to even out the playing time. Speaking of Bayern Brew, you can see their lineup here, and please keep in mind 3 players are away on Commissioner's team helping out other teams this week. So Roscoe, who is at Ivory Toast for this week, is able to call upon Colin, Leaps, Gareth, Steve, Martin, Andrew and Craig. Martin joining from transfer from last season. Bayern Brew have an extremely strong team this week. I'll be looking to kick off with it. And looking at the league table to confirm, no games being played, so the league format just sits in alphabetical order, as you can see in front of you, for the brand new season. We're excited to bring you highlights of the fixtures each week here on YouTube, so let's get diving into the first matches. First game to bring you from Week 9 is Flaberdeen versus Rapid Viennetta. Flaberdeen in blue shooting left to right, and Rapid Viennetta in orange shooting right to left. So we start off the brand new season with Season 7 champions versus previous double champions Rapid Viennetta. Both teams having a little bit of a mixed season last season as Rapid Viennetta come forward and Aidan gets the opening goal here. Technically not for Season 9 as we can't bring you Pitch 1 highlights, but in these highlights it's the opening goal of the new season, and that title goes to Aidan. Lovely strike from him there and puts it just past Jamie in goals for Flaberdeen. So 1-0 early on to Rapid Viennetta. Flaberdeen now looking to come back straight away from the early kickoff as Burnley goes forward. Their new signing for him straight on goals there, and James gets the save, and a save once again from Burnley, trying to make an impact early on in his brand new team this season, but unfortunately unable to hit the back of the net there. Rapid Viennetta come forward, but Flaberdeen intercepts Burnley once again. Lovely turn, takes the shot, and another save there by James. Burnley looking light and bright early on in this game, but James matching them there as Rapid Viennetta look to come forward now. The roll out to Aidan now. Can he get them into it? It goes all the way through to Michael in goals for Flaberdeen as the referee gets out the way of the ball there. Michael making his debut for Fat Fives this season, and the ball's intercepted from Rapid Viennetta. Aidan looks at the play to Niall. Niall takes a shot and he puts it in the back of the net there. Niall there with a nice simple little finish there. Great interception by Aidan. Looks up, sees the space that Niall's in, and then an easy one there. Michael almost stopping the ball there, but just rolls over the top of his foot and into the back of the net to make it 2-0 as the game gets underway once again. And Lewis, another debutant for the season, there for Rapid Viennetta, getting an interception there. Rapid Viennetta into the Flaberdeen half, looking to play, and Lewis, the new player there, with a missed kick, and Burnley now with the opportunity, but James once again being in the way of Burnley there and frustrating him and frustrating Flaberdeen. Burnley now playing it to Jamie. Jamie now with the opportunity. Jamie with the shot. Great save there by James, but Flaberdeen still coming forward as Kev, or also known as Belly, now gets the shot and the goal there, and the Belly era has started here. Burnley playing a brilliant ball there through Tom there, and he just runs past, or kind of gets round Niles there with the tackle with a lovely bit of fancy footwork, and gets a powerful shot away to get the first goal for Flaberdeen this season and make the match 2-1 now, as Rapid straight away try to get another shot on goal but are unable to get anything powerful behind it. As Rapid Viennetta look to come forward now with Aidan, nice little footwork there trying to get past Belly, plays it through the Now can he get a second? Great save there from Michael, and goes for Flaberdeen to deny Niall. Now a little look here, looks like, is he in the box? He is in the box. There are a couple of cries for penalties there, although they were a bit muted, but just wanted to double check. But Michael definitely making contact in the box there, so no need for the penalty. Could have been the left foot that was slightly out, but the contact was made by the right foot in the box, as Belly just goes wide at goal there. Unfortunately there, looked like if it had gone into the bottom corner, James would not have been able to get a hand on it. As a Flaberdeen look to come forward once again, Barry with a shot, and then the ball's going to go to Belly, can he? And it's blocked there, and the referee is pointing for the penalty there at the protest of Rapid Viennetta. Now if we look here, Cal's foot on the line of the box, which is technically the box, but you can see there's scoop round into the box and stop Belly's shot there. You can also see when planting the foot into the box there, and because he's the active player blocking the shot, it's a penalty. Belly steps up and rolls it calmly into the bottom corner there, and despite the frustration of Rapid Viennetta, it looks like a valid penalty, and Flaberdeen take full advantage of it there. So 2-2 now, with Belly getting 2 goals to his name at the start of the season. And again, for any confusion for viewers of previous seasons, Belly was originally down as Kev, but is asked to change it to his nickname, so it is said lovingly and as by request now, as Martin gets a shot away. Martin, who's one of the commissioner players from Bayern Brew. Bayern Brew had 10 players available this week, while others had a little bit less, so they opted to volunteer for other teams there. And he's had an impact straight away there, and he comes on the pitch and gets the goal and has turned it around for Flaberdeen. Some great team work here as Jamie plays it past Ray to find Martin, and Martin there takes the shot a little bit on the slip there. And again, going by the rules, you can't play it on the floor and you can't slide tackle, but Barnes already made contact to the ball before he slips. It's obviously a slip, we all know that, and the score is now 3-2 to Flaberdeen. Can Rapid Viennetta find a way back into this game after being 2-0 up here? Ball is intercepted by Flaberdeen as Rapid have the opportunity to go forward, and Aidan's taking advantage of it, but he could not get a clean strike on that, and Michael makes the save. Belly now looks there, but Lewis, a new player from Commish, intercepts, plays it to Aidan, and Aidan with a fantastic finish there. Absolutely struck that well. Good little interception there. We're going to say that's on purpose by Lewis, and that's a brilliant layup there. And Aidan with a fantastic finish on the shot there. And that makes it 3-3 in this match. Rapid Viennetta finding a way to get back into this game. Now it's any teams to try and take the lead and walk away with an early 3 points to start of this season. But I wonder which team will make the break. Flaberdeen now looking like they are going to move forward as Burnley's got the ball at his feet there. Nice little footwork there. Tries to get the shot away, but it's blocked there. Cannot get the ball, Rapid Viennetta. They looked like they were about to turn it over, but couldn't there as the ball plays through the box. And Barry there with the shot. There's shouts of in the box, referees waving them away. We'll see a little bit better on this replay here. But great work by Burnley to get down to the side of the goals there. Plays it across goal. Yeah, Barry's foot doesn't cross the box there as he makes the contact. It's a valid goal there. He's touched the ball. Well, it's not in the box. And that is 4-3. A little bit on the borderline there, but as long as Barry's not entering the box with his foot, which he wasn't, it's still a valid goal. And Flaberdeen have taken the lead. Jamie coming forward there, but dispossessed. Barry picks up back to Jamie now. Can Jamie get the shot? He does. And James makes the save there to deny them. And then a quick save there by Michael to deny Rapid on the counter-attack there, but nothing converted there. As we enter the last moments of this match, as both teams look to try and get forward. Aidan now with the ball at feet, takes the shot. Saved there by Michael to deny them, keeping the 1-goal lead as Burnley comes forward with some fancy footwork, smashes it over the goal. James will pick it up there. Is there time for one last attack now, though, as Jamie boots it over out of the pitch. Referee looks at the watch. 4-3, final score. Flaberdeen with the early win here. Second game to bring you on week 1 highlights is Parmesan Belgrade versus Fatburn Rovers. Parmesan Belgrade in white shooting left to right, and Fatburn Rovers in green shooting right to left. Parmesan Belgrade welcome their new captain Martin, who stepped up to take the place of Josh for this season, whilst Fatburn Rovers have a new signing in Timber. Parmesan Belgrade also have a few new signings as well, as we'll talk about as the game goes forward. But here come Fatburn Rovers, and the save there from Stewart, one of the brand new signings, but unfortunately the save forced the ball high up in the air, and James, previous captain there, takes his time and actually hits the crossbar there, and that is cruel for Parmesan Belgrade, you have to say. That ball comes perfectly down to the feet of James, and unfortunately Stewart, the new signing, in goal for Parmesan Belgrade, just unable to get back to his feet quick enough to make the save, and Fatburn Rovers take advantage in this game by leading 1-0 early on. James, now the goal scorer and ex-captain, they are coming into the middle of the pitch there. Please do Stephen. Can Stephen get the shot away? Stewart's very quick out the goals there to the edge of his box to pick that up and scoop that up with both hands. Fatburn Rovers looking to come forward now. Timber now with the shot. Timber there with the save. And we've seen those powerful strikes last season from the Commissioner's team when he took part, as Stewart makes another save for Parmesan Belgrade. And now the break could be on here as Johnny comes forward. Johnny on loan from Commissioner's team through to Martin, but the ball's been lost there. And the little volley there from Johnny and just goes across goal, as Jason back in goals for Fatburn Rovers after a lengthy period out of injury last season dies down to cover. John playing it through the Timber. Timber with a shot and it's saved, and as Timber goes tumbling there, his shot on goal is denied from the goalkeeper. Fatburn Rovers continue to push forward. They're looking like the team that is going to take the advantage here with all this possession, as the save there from Mitchell. Stewart once again keeping Parmesan Belgrade in this game, but how long can they sustain this pressure from Fatburn Rovers there? Opportunity now for Parmesan though, and Jason, cat-like reflex back in goals and making the big saves for Fatburn Rovers, frustrating Parmesan as John comes forward. Lovely footwork all the way. Can he finish? Yes, he can. What a finish by John there. Lovely, lovely footwork. Goes past 3 Parmesan players there, 4 if you include his own teammate there, but technically we won't. And a lovely little finish there as soon as he gets to the box. Most players probably are going to smash that past the goalkeeper. John takes a lovely little touch with outside the foot and puts it away there. And John in the pink boots getting the second goal for Fatburn Rovers in this match, as Parmesan Belgrade are going to look to try and get back into this game as soon as they can. The long ball up to Johnny there in the corner there. Johnny with a shot. Jason with the big save down low there with a strong hand, denying Johnny from sneaking the shot inside the post there. Parmesan Belgrade looking to restart once again. Stewart playing it across to Johnny. Johnny has Stephen there trying to close him down into the middle of the pitch, and eventually the ball is lost. John, goal scorer of the last goal there for Fatburn Rovers, out to Stephen. Stephen now with another opportunity, and it is just gone high there, unfortunately for Stephen. And the ball is back into play with Johnny. Johnny with John for company. Strong play here from Johnny, and that reward of a goal for that strong play for Johnny there. Brilliant work there. We also, just to make a note on this, we also have a new rule about running full pace and pushing happening at the time due to injuries last season. But in that example there, Johnny, under no worry, they are holding off John, and he gets the reward with the goal, Johnny, to make it 2-1 to Fatburn Rovers. Parmesan Belgrade back into this game. Callum now coming forward. Callum, does he take the shot? Yes, he does! Quick reply there from Parmesan Belgrade. 2-0 down, back into this game. 2-2 now. Brilliant little run there from Callum, burst of pace, and then with a great play shot there. Wonder if Stephen coming across the goal there, Jason might have delayed thinking Stephen was going to get a touch there, and he didn't, and it goes into the bottom corner. But in either way, Parmesan Belgrade are fully back into this game. 2-2 the scoreline now, as Stewart there with a big save from a powerful shot there. Lucky enough Stewart there not cause for concern with his save and is able to play on in goals. As John once again coming forward with the ball, plays across to Mitchell. Mitchell now with a shot, and it bounces off the post there, and Fatburn Rovers see their opportunity to go 3-2 into this match, denied by the frame of the goal. Parmesan Belgrade coming forward with Callum, finds Johnny there. Johnny loses the ball out to John, and John showing that footwork once again here, running riot here. Will he take the shot away? Looks to go forward a little bit more. He does this time, and the power of the shot is just too much for Martin to deny John there from a second goal. Lovely footwork in the build-up to it there, and just a little bit of hesitancy you can see from the Parmesan Belgrade defences. They have no idea where John's going to go, or if he's even going to shoot at that point. He does so though, and gets the goal as the reward. 3-2 now as Fatburn Rovers coming once again. Timber playing it through to Mitchell, and Mitchell gets the goal this time, and that's a quick force for Fatburn Rovers, and that has maybe sunk a little bit of hope for Parmesan Belgrade, as they made such a good job getting back into this game. 2 quick goals has flipped this game back around. Fatburn Rovers' 2-goal lead is back in place now, and it's going to be a bit of effort now for Parmesan Belgrade to get back into this game, but they've done it once before. They certainly can do it again. Johnny here with a shot as it just goes wide of goal there, and on the second opportunity rebound there is unable to put it away. Jason looking to get his team up the field quickly, and the long ball there up into the other end of the pitch there, and the ball just across the box, and Timber unable to get on to the end of that. But he's coming in the middle of the pitch now, and the back heel there, cheeky little back heel there, but Stewart is wise to it in goals and denies him their scoreline. Still 4-2 in this match as Lewis takes a long shot there, and Johnny tried to get the shot away there but goes wide. Lewis has picked up the ball now, but it ends up getting wasted there. Jason looking to get the team underway. Fatburn Rovers up into the Parmesan half there. Timber going around multiple players there. Stewart quickly out there, and there's a shout there for a penalty. Denies John there as well. So we'll go back and look at the minute, but Parmesan coming forward now. Lewis takes a shot, and Lewis with the goal there. Brilliant layup there from Paddy, running down the wide side of the pitch, opposite side from the camera there. Left-hand side for Parmesan Belgrade. Brilliant ball to the middle there for Lewis, and he scoops it past. Let's have a quick look now at that penalty shout. And you can see there, Stewart coming out there. It looks in the box. If the feet do come out, it's very, very tight there. We'll go with the referee's decision there. Fatburn Rovers probably feeling a little bit frustrated there, but it looks like the initial contact was in the box there, as John denied once again, and well, the feed come out to the edge of the box here again from Stewart, and the ball is cleared away there. We're going to look at those two incidents. First off, look at the save. Save's good. Save's in the box, so Stewart's okay there, no problem there. However, the foot comes out of the box there making the clearance. That should be a penalty. However, opposite side of the pitch from the referee, very, very tough angle. We just have the advantage of seeing this on replay, being able to zoom in and slow down, etc. as Fatburn Rovers come forward, and Stewart makes the save once again. So 4-3 the scoreline in this match. Absolute action-packed couple of minutes there in this match as John playing with the defence once again. James plays it back to John, and John's denied once again by Stewart. I have to say Stewart's had an outstanding game this game, even though he's had to pick the ball out of the net 4 times already. His saves have been vital for Parmesan Belgrade as Johnny comes forward and takes the shot, and just wide there, and Paddy can't get on the rebound from the backboard there. James now picks up the ball to John in the middle of the pitch, but Johnny intercepts, and Parmesan Belgrade have a chance once again, but the ball just rolls away cruelly there from Callum. He does get it, and Johnny just shoots over the bar there, unfortunately, and James now leading the counter-attack for Fatburn Rovers. John picks up the ball round Martin. John gets the shot away, and John gets another goal for him and for Fatburn Rovers. Absolutely clinical counter-attack there from Fatburn Rovers there. Brilliant work there from John, twisting in and out there. And then, unfortunately for Martin and Parmesan Belgrade, the shot just goes through Martin's leg there. Off-sights the goalkeeper and goes in the back of the net. As Callum's shot there Goes just wide, and Johnny's follow-up denied by Jason. Fantastic goalkeeping work there, as we've come to expect with Jason and his brilliant goalkeeping skills. Fatburn Rovers on the attack once again, and straight away from that opportunity where it looks like Johnny was about to get a fourth for Parmesan Belgrade, Fatburn Rovers hitting the back of the net through the prolific John in this match. Great set-up play, their first time finish, and just dings it into the back of the net. And Parmesan Belgrade find themselves 3 goals behind. You can say maybe a little bit cruelly, but Fatburn Rovers have been clinical in this match. Last bits of play here. Martin is denied their fantastic save by Jason. The referee blows the whistle. 6-3 to Fatburn Rovers. Third game to bring you from week 1. Highlight sees OB City versus Ivory Toast. OB City in black shooting from left to right, and Ivory Toast in yellow shooting right to left. Ivory Toast had a whirlwind start to last season, finding themselves challenging for the title early on, but it all fell away later on. This week only having 2 core players and having to rely on commissioner players plus extra players from Bayern Brew, who have an overload of players this week. OB City with a strong lineup as Willie, captain still, takes the opportunity there. Matthew's follow-up shot hits Roscoe right in the face. Roscoe on loan from Bayern Brew to help out with the numbers, but also to get some playtime due to the tremendous turnout of players for Bayern Brew. As David there has the opportunity to try and backheel it into the back of the net, but unfortunately unable to, and the score remains at 0-0 at this point. Gogs twisting and turning round Taylor, also on loan from Bayern Brew here, and Taylor and Roscoe there combining Roscoe and goals to deny the shot, and Taylor to get the ball under control. So OB City looking like the more attacking, threatening team here, as Willie with the opportunity there, denied by Roscoe once again in goals, and the ball rolled all the way through to David, who looks to get an attack going. Sean here from Commissioner's team coming forward there, and Sean unable to get the goal there with some smart goalkeeping there from Craig. Sean making his debut at Fat Fives this season, as well as the ball is played up. Now here is Ivory Toast though. Greg playing it through to David. David with a shot. Brilliant finish there by David, and it goes in off the post there. Greg picks up the ball, sees David onto his left there, plays a clever ball through there, and David on a sort of kind of first time volley there aims it right into that corner where Craig and goals for OB City can't reach it, and it bounces up inside the post, and Ivory Toast have the lead in this match despite being the team under the most pressure since kickoff here. So OB City will find themselves a little bit frustrated that they're behind in this match now, as Mark also making his debut at Fat Fives and also from the Commissioner squad is denied there. A brilliant ball through to Brian though. Brian finds Gogs, and Gogs gets the goal for OB City. We knew this was coming, not only because of OB's pressure early on in the game, but also our chocolate boot winner Gogs for the most combination of assists and goals last season is on the pitch in this game, and he shows straight away why he's been able to hold on to that title for 3 seasons now, incredibly. Mark now with the ball at feet for Ivory Toast, looking to start another attack, but is unsuccessful there. Craig, good roll out there. A little bit of battle in the middle of the pitch then, unable to find a teammate as the shot from Mark just goes wide of goals there, and Ivory Toast will look to try and pick it up in the OB half of the pitch there. Mark gets that ball into control, goes forward with a shot just wide there, and Willie goes to pick up the second ball there. OB City coming forward now. Gogs playing it through to Brian. Brian back to Gogs. Can Gogs get another goal here? Unbelievably, that hasn't gone in the back of the net. Hits the crossbar there. I believe it also bounced off of Roscoe. Unfortunately for Ivory Toast, it didn't cause an own goal situation. But Greg playing it through to Mark. Mark with a shot, and the save there from Craig. Brilliant save there. Strong foot there to deny Mark a debut goal this week. OB City coming forward there, but Brian's lost the ball, and Greg takes advantage and pushes Ivory Toast forward, and the shot there just over the top of Craig's goal, in goal for OB City there. So Ivory Toast still hanging on to this 1-1 draw here against a lot of the pressure that OB has brought, but they actually have been pushing forward now with some chances, just unfortunately unable to convert them. And you gotta hope it doesn't come to bite them later on. But OB City been a little bit more subdued in this game as it's gone on. But Gogs has the ball now. There's a shout from Nathan to switch it over, but he's unable to do so. They still have the ball, OB City, and it's been intercepted now by Taylor. And David is away with pace here, has marked for help, doesn't need it, finishes it off. 2-1 the score line now, and Goggs there with the heads in hand. You can see in the background there the frustration from Goggs as David gets away. No defence here for OB City, everybody pushing forward. You've got to say OB City must have had confidence that they were going to get another goal, pushing all their players forward, and it has come back to bite them. Ivory Toast are got themselves in the driving seat now as Goggs looks to play in Brian, but it doesn't come to anything there. OB City looking to start once again, and a poor kick out there from Craig Davis, picked it up. Now can David get the ball away? Mark picks it up and the ball bounces off the backboard, and luckily enough for OB City goes behind the goal, so nothing can be done from there from an Ivory Toast perspective. The ball played out though as Ivory Toast look to push forward. It's been dispossessed. Brian there with the opportunity. Brian coming forward. And David now for Ivory Toast intercepted. He's going forward. He's dribbled past Goggs. Dribbled past Nathan. Oh, and he's put that away. That's a brilliant goal there from David. And that completes his hat-trick in this game. What a fantastic goal to round off the hat-trick there. Dribbling past 2 OB City defenders there. And then calmly slotting that away. The only criticism you could say is poor Mark there in space on the other side of the pitch, waiting for the pass, didn't receive it. As David once again gets another goal, same situation. Mark there standing to his left, unused, and David slots it away. David with the absolute powerful shot there and puts it in the back of the net there. You see a little bit on your screen there, Mark, a little goes over his ankle a little bit there. It looks like that has actually troubled him, so that's a bit of a worry for Ivory Toast. But Mark showing his goalkeeping skills there, even without having both gloves fully on. 4-1 the scoreline here for Ivory Toast. What a game for them. It looked like early on they were going to be under so much pressure for OB City, but David, their clinical stuff as Mark pulls off another save to keep that 4-1 lead intact, and Ivory Toast will be delighted with this. And apologies, we had our old friend the netting visit us again in this game, and 1 or 2 upcoming pitch 4 games as the referee blows the whistle for full time. 4-1 to Ivory Toast. Game number 4 in week 1 highlights sees Parmesan Belgrade versus Scrandinavia. Parmesan Belgrade straight away here from the kickoff, getting the goal, and that's Stewart there. Straight 3 touches away from kickoff there, lands at the feet of Stewart, and then Stewart takes the shot, 1 touch to control, and then hits it away. Fantastic start there for Parmesan Belgrade. They will be absolutely elated with that start to get them 1-0 up over the previous season champion. So just to conclude, introduction once again, and in fact I'm not getting the chance to, as Lewis there is denied, and Paddy puts the ball in the back of the net there. Lewis initial shot there, just going past the post there. Paddy with the header, and then Wayne, after making the save, leaves it at the feet of Paddy. It's a bit unfair actually to blame Wayne, but Paddy with a lovely cheeky back heel there to put it past Wayne. 2-0 to Parmesan Belgrade against the Season 8 champions. Absolutely frantic stuff here. I'll finish the intro now. Parmesan Belgrade in white shooting left to right, Scandinavia in red shooting right to left, and now I feel a lot better for getting that out, as Parmesan Belgrade once again giving me no time at all and put a third in the back. This is unbelievable stuff for viewers who saw this team last season, who struggled across the pitch, especially against teams like Scrandinavia, which you have to know are missing their key player Chris in this game, but still have Champers. And as I said, his name there, he scores from distance into the back of the net there to make it 3-1 to Scrandinavia. This game has been absolutely bonkers. 3 fantastically quick goals from Parmesan Belgrade. Could barely breathe, and Parmesan Belgrade have put these balls in the back of the net there. And then Champer scoring straight from kickoff there. Completely legal as the ball moved backwards and the pass was made to start with from kickoff. So it is a valid goal. And the scoreline already 3-1 in this match. We're mere minutes into this game. We've not even had a chance to see much or go through much of the teams in this game. Although it is starting to slow down a little bit now, thankfully, and I'm sure the referee will be delighted that they've had a chance to breathe after having to blow the whistle so many times already. Parmesan Belgrade now looking to settle things down, which seems very logical considering their lead, as Lewis takes a shot from distance there, and Lewis gets the reward, and there's a 4th goal for Parmesan Belgrade there. As I said, they were trying to look to calm things down. Not at all. Lewis had one thing on his mind, taking that shot. It didn't take a nick off a Paddy, but I wonder whether that sighted Wayne there, and he then was unable to get into the position to make a cleaner save there. Parmesan Belgrade will be on cloud 9, though. They would have been concerned going into this game after losing the opening game for them this week. And with a team like Scrandinavia, even though they've got a few players missing, still having players like Champers, they would have been concerned. But it's been relatively easy street from so far. But here comes Champers through in on goal. Champers with the dummy there, and Callum there with the save. Champers using the board to try and play for the Lewis, and it almost bounces off the netting and off Callum into the goals, but luckily for Parmesan Belgrade, it goes wide of the goal. Wayne collecting that ball as it's shot from distance there, as it bounced off the netting, and Lewis takes a shot from distance and just goes wide of the post there. Callum didn't even move an inch in goals there, and it goes past, but this time he does move, and he does successfully make the save against Champers here. Scrandinavia are here pushing forward. They are not sitting back and letting Parmesan walk all over them here, as there's some shouts there, and the referee has given a penalty. Now, from it, it sounds like as if the goalkeeper has came out of the box when collecting this ball. Unfortunately for us, the Barry's standing in front of the goalkeeper's feet, so we cannot confirm that from this angle, so we'll have to trust the referee here. Jumper steps up, slots it away there, cool, calm there, with a little bit of flair with the one step, and it's 4-2 to Parmesan Belgrade. Scandinavia coming back into this game. Not much protest though from the Parmesan players, maybe one or two there, but on the whole, it seemed like the penalty call was correct there. Unfortunately, just unable to confirm it on camera for you viewers there. But 4-2 still the score for Parmesan Belgrade as Barry comes forward there. Barry, brilliant finish there from Barry. Barry, who's made the move to Scrandinavia from the Commissioner's team and repays them early on this week. Lovely little cut in there to get past Lewis, and a great little finish there. And he'll be delighted with that goal on his debut week for Scrandinavia. And it's a vital time for them as well as they look to get back into this match. Well, that has snookered those plans for Scandinavia as Lewis once again shoots from distance and once again puts it past Wayne there. Lewis, powerful shot there. Wayne tried to get the foot out there to stop it, but is unable to as it goes past him into the back of the net. And Parmesan Belgrade get their 2-goal lead restored there as Champers early on tries to get another goal, but Callum there collects the ball with ease. So 5-3 the scoreline now. It does feel like these goals are coming in waves. We've had a frantic start, a couple of goals there, and now things might be starting to calm down, although Lewis comes forward and plays through to Johnny. No way. Parmesan Belgrade not letting things calm down. They're going to push on their advantage in this game, and it is now 6-3 there. Lewis rolling that ball away from Scandinavia's captain. Lewis plays a brilliant ball to Johnny in the middle of the pitch there, and Johnny just scoops it into the back of the net past Wayne in goals to make it 6-3 now as Martin intercepts Johnny there, tries to get it back to Martin, but is unable to, and the ball will come all the way back to the Parmesan Belgrade defence. Parmesan Belgrade looking lethal in this game, and they'll be hoping they can really push on from this advantage. There is the long ball from Wayne, tries to find Champers, but Stewart will pick it up now. Stewart trying to get the ball under control, finds Johnny in the middle of the pitch. Can Johnny finish? Yes, he can. Way too much space in the middle of the pitch there. Things really opened up there for Parmesan Belgrade. That ball coming all the way through to Johnny, just making that move. Barry can't get across quick enough, and Johnny slots it past Wayne into the corner of the net. They are 7-3 here for Parmesan Belgrade. What a scoreline for them. And again, we do have to take consideration into Scandinavia missing key players, but this is going to hurt for Scandinavia. Parmesan Belgrade will be delighted to get such a potentially difficult fixture off the calendar early and with a strong win as Champers with the shot there. Well, doesn't matter how many players are there missing, Champers still has pure class on the football pitch there, and you can tell from that shot it is still there from him there. Just scoops it into the bottom corner there, and Callum in goals just stands and watches that ball roll past him into the back of the net there. So now it's 7-4 in this game as the referee blows for the free kick there for the use of an aggressive push there. Johnny flicking that ball across the paddy now. Parmesan Belgrade will be looking to try and just get this game once again back under control. As Johnny there with the ball, he takes a shot, hits off the crossbar and goes in. The credit has been given to Johnny just so he can get the claim to a hat-trick in this game on his return back in to the team. And yeah, I technically probably should have been an old goal there, but we're going to give the credit for Johnny. That was a fantastic take from that cross over there and deserves credit for it there. And it is 8-4 now to Parmesan Belgrade. Unbelievable stuff with a hint of class there from both these teams, you have to say. As Lewis hits the post there, Scrandinavia look like they are absolutely exhausted from this. And the powerful shot, they're just hitting Wayne in the sensitive bits. And eventually Wayne is able to get up and carry on there. Whistles being blown around the pitch. This game continues on. And Stewart's got himself confused there and walked into his own box and given away the penalty there. Just as I mentioned, you could hear whistles being blown. Casually walks in, looks to try and shake the hand of the goalkeeper, and then tries to casually play the ball out. Champer slots away the penalty as the last play of the game, with the final score in this match being 8-5 to Parmesan Belgrade. Game number 5 of week 1 highlights sees Rapid Viennetta versus Bayern Brew. Rapid Viennetta in orange shooting left to right, Bayern Brew in purple shooting right to left. First appearance for Bayern Brew in this week's highlights as they played on pitch 1 in the opening round of fixtures, and as mentioned earlier, due to a technical issue with the camera, we were unable to bring highlights of it, as Bayern Brew early on here with a couple of shots at goal, the Rapid Viennetta goal, they were unable to convert as Niall looks to play the ball all the way back to his goalkeeper and looks to restart things from the back. Lewis there being very careful not to step out the box there, plays it through to Niall, but it's intercepted there by Stephen for Bayern Brew. Stephen coming forward now. Can Stephen get a goal here early on? Yes, he does. He gets the shot away and the ball in the back of the net for the opening goal in this match. Great little interception there from Stephen, and he just makes himself a little bit of space and then just shoots it past Lewis, who with the dummy of the feet committed early on to save, and then is left stranded as Niall there lifts his hand up in apologies there for losing the ball as he looks to try and collect once again to get Rapid underway, but it's lost to Martin from Bayern Brew. So 1-0 is the scoreline in this match early on. Bayern Brew hitting first there, and they picked up the ball once again opposite side as Martin's through on goal there. Lewis with the save, and the ball bounces safely away from the goals there, to the delight of Lewis and Rapid. They are Ray now with the ball. Nice little pass to Cal. Nice little return to Aidan. Aidan with a shot. Brilliant save there from Craig. Looked like that was destined to hit into the back of the net, but Craig with his reflex there managed to deny the shot there as Andrew plays it through to Stephen there, and it is stopped there by Aidan. Cal now opposite the pitch is away from Colin there, gets the shot and the goal there to make it 1-0. Brilliant solo effort there from Callum upside the pitch, rolls that ball away from Colin there and then pushes forward. Stephen comes back to try and get some defensive stronghold there, but Cal gets the shot away and Craig unable to get a hand on it there. So 1-0 in this match. Rapid Viennetta very quickly getting back into the game there, and Gareth there on a solo run takes the shot but just hits it over the top of the goals there. Martin there collects the ball in the middle, but it's been dispossessed, and Rapid away with Aidan as Aidan tries to get there, but Andrew comes across and collects that ball well, positioning himself between the player and the ball. Correct way to put the positioning, as Per mentioned early on, the new rules, so we're looking to stop the use of aggressive shoulder guard and pushing when running with the ball. But Bayern Brew have the ball in front of the goals here with Stephen. No problems there within the rules set as Stephen slots that away to make it the second goal for Bayern Brew. Lovely pass the outside the foot there from Martin. Stephen there straight through on goal, throws a dummy, makes Lewis in goals lose a little bit of his footing there, and then sees the gap and slots it away to make it goal number 2 for Bayern Brew. And they lead in this match once again. Their 1-goal lead restored through that goal with Stephen. Got 2 goals to his name in this match. He's collected the ball once again though. Looks to play Gareth on the edge of the ball. It's Gareth taking his time there, and Lewis with a great save there. quickly rushing out to collect that ball before it goes out of this box. A very key thing that you often see goalkeepers forget, that once making the initial save, they are quick to get back into goal, but they do have the whole box at their disposal to get the ball under control as Gareth collects the ball in front of James. Gareth with a shot, and this time nothing Lewis can do about that. Brilliant shot there from Gareth. Just makes that little bit of space away from James there, just moving it to the right, takes the shot there, and Lewis just watches that ball go past him into the top corner. Hit with power, hit with pace, nothing he can do about that. So 3-1 the scoreline now. Bayern starting to try and get a little lead over Rapid Viennetta here. 3-1 though, Bayern not in the comfort zone though, only 2 goals. Rapid Viennetta plenty of time and opportunities potentially to get back into this, although Andrew there almost putting a fourth past Rapid there, so they're going to have to be careful at the back and not concede anymore, whilst also pushing themselves forward to try and get a second goal in this game. And Lewis there making the save against Martin is going to put them a little bit on edge, you would have to say there. Andrew with a shot just going wide of the post, and again, as much as Rapid Viennetta haven't conceded, their goal is being put under threat here as Aiden takes a shot from distance and doesn't quite get it anywhere near the target, you have to say. Gareth there, the ball at feet, looking to try and make a little bit of room, finds Andrew. Andrew plays it back to Gareth. Gareth the shot. Brilliant save there from Lewis. Brilliant timing there to get back across and to get the foot in place there and to deny another goal there for Bayern. So it remains at 3-1, but Bayern coming forward once again with a shot, and it's saved once again by Lewis, and he's showing some brilliant goalkeeping display here for Rapid, and he's keeping them vitally in this game. Multiple shots taken here by Bayern, all of them denied, and once again denied by Lewis once again. Now, is this going to bite Bayern, where Lewis's saves has kept Rapid enough in the game that they can forge their own attack here? Bayern still have the ball under control though. They're not really letting it up easily as the ball goes back to Stephen from Martin. Stephen, will he take the shot on? He's moving forward. He does, and he scores. And that removes any opportunity there of Rapid hitting back quickly, as the goal deficit has now increased to 3 goals. Great goal there by Stephen. Very, very easy for him, you have to say, as he pushed forward there. Not a lot of opposition in front of him. There was a lot of space in the pitch for him to get into and get the shot away, and he completes his hat-trick with a great goal from range. So 4-1 now to Bayern. He look to come forward once again with Stephen driving forward now. Stephen, what's he going to do? He takes the shot, and it's just the side netting as Cal now enters the goals to try and defend Rapid Viennetta from more goals here. As Colin comes forward, Colin with a shot. Colin, brilliant goal there. Colin, who is not known for his goal-scoring prowess, but has, at the end of last season, in Season 8, getting a couple more goals, and there's another one for him there, and he's starting to find a bit of a goal-scoring form. Maybe not as prolific as his other teammates there, but getting a steady amount of goals now, so that's great to see Colin finding the back of the net more often. Unfortunately for Rapid, it's a 5th goal past him now and makes it 5-1 to Bayern, and the 4-goal lead now, creating a bit of comfort for Bayern in this game. Still time for Rapid Viennetta to come back in, but Gareth has the ball at feet, and a good save there by Cal. Strong foot to deny Gareth, as Gareth still has the ball for Bayern. Cutting into the middle there, and this time it goes past Cal and into the back of the net, and it is 6-1 now for Bayern, and this is becoming a bit of a beating there. Gareth as well there with a brilliant nutmeg as well through the legs of Aiden, and this game is becoming a bit of a nightmare here for Rapid Viennetta. They were very close with Flab in the opening game earlier by only losing by a goal, but in this game the lead has been extended here to 5 goals, and the effort to get back into this to salvage anything for Rapid Viennetta becomes increasingly difficult as the game rolls on, as Gareth rolls it through to Stephen. Stephen hitting the post that denies him another goal in this match. But once again, Stephen and Gareth combining on the pitch to create an opportunity for Bayern as they look to come forward. Gareth looking to find Stephen, does find Stephen, edge of the box. Cal there with the save and goals though to deny him, and so it remains as 6-1. But Rapid Viennetta need to get some more chance on goals here if they have any chance of trying to get anything at this match. Lewis there looking to use the boards to play in a teammate, but unsuccessful. Craig, quick throw out to Gareth. Gareth now through on goals. Brilliant take and finish there by Gareth. The deftest of touch just puts it into the back of the net there. A lovely bit of control, but a bit of pressure coming in from James there. Takes it on the knee, and then just the slight touch there. Cal actually coming straight to the goal there with the foot out the box there. And luckily, well, in either case, the goal has been put in. They would have probably been punished for the goalkeeper coming out, but the referee sensibly holding the whistle call to see what happened with the opportunity, and the ball was in the back of the net anyway. Bayern Brew 7-1 up. The Rapid players look absolutely exhausted here in this game, unfortunately for them, as Andrew makes things even worse with a lovely little finish on the edge of the box there. Great pick out for him there. Miles out away from the edge of the box, you have to say as well. So not even a contention there of even being in the box when he scored that. And it is 8-1 in this match as the ball just goes to the side of the goals there of Craig as he looked to try and get down and save that. And Gareth coming forward. Now Gareth with the shot, and it's denied there. The combination of a save and post there from Cal in goals. But you can sense the pace of the game has started to ease off a little bit with the comfortability of the win as Aiden gets a shot here, but it's been saved there by Craig, who has been causing nightmares for Rapid Viennetta all game by denying them on several occasions. Cal looks to play quickly out to Aiden with the last bits of play happening here. Aiden now looking to try and find a teammate. Looks to find James, but Andrew picks up, and Andrew there plays it through to Gareth. Can Gareth get another goal here? Yes, he does. 9-1 to Bayern Brew now. It has been an absolute onslaught in this game. Gareth there receiving a brilliant pass there from Andrew, but great movement from Gareth to find the space. And then he slots the ball past Cal in goals. And the final score, the referee blowing the whistle here, 9-1 to Bayern Brew. Game number 6 in the week 1 highlights of Fat 5 season 9 sees Ivory Toast versus Fatburn Rovers. Ivory Toast in yellow and grey and blacks, and basically anything non-green shooting left to right. Fatburn Rovers in green shooting right to left. To start with, apologies for the net and covering our footage here. It does move very shortly, but we apologise for that. It's an old friend that's came back to say hello for the new season, as well as the technical bugs on our cameras. And another note on the multiple colours, we have colourblind players who struggle between yellow and green. One of those being David, who's just put the ball in the back of the net and makes it 1-0 to Ivory Toast. Great interception there for David, pushing forward and then getting the shot there and getting it past Jason. Tries to dive down low to his right, but unable to get on top of the shot there. So 1-0 to Ivory Toast in this game. And as I mentioned there, David suffers from a bit of colour blindness there and struggles to see differences between the bibs that we have. And of course, because we've got a lot of step-in players from Bayern Brew commissioners, we have that clash going on. And so this is to help the players here, as John doesn't need any help there, smashing that ball into the back of the net there. Mitchell coming down along the pitch, sees John in space and right in front of Greg and goes there. John just takes the shot and hits it into the back of the net there. So 1-1 already in this game. Quick goals from both teams, putting them both on an equal playing field early on in this game. And hopefully with all the information I've provided there, everything makes sense from a visual capacity there. And as you can see, right on time, the netting has lifted, but also we have multiple colours on the pitch. So please remember, anybody not in any green is playing for Ivory Toast in this match, and we apologise for any confusion there. Fatburn Rovers looking to come forward now as John looks to play Mitchell, but Taylor intercepts the ball there. Taylor plays it through to Mark. Mark with the shot, and then the follow-up header, and Jason is able to deny the shot and collect the header successfully, and then get a quick throw out to try and get his team underway. James there with the ball, trying to get it under control, but David intercepts in the middle of the pitch and plays it up to Sean here. Sean trying to get the ball under control, takes his strike and hits it over the goals there. Now John looking to play back in Mitchell once again, and this time Mitchell gets a wonderful strike into the bottom corner of the goals there. John, great control there, and then with a little bit of a half volley there pass, Mitchell then takes it first time there and hits it into the back of the net past Greg in goals. So that lead that David grabbed for Ivory Toast early on has been obliterated now, and it is 2-1 to Fatburn Rovers in this game as Sean tried to get the ball hooked away there, but is unable to make contact with the ball, and Jason will collect that ball. Quick roll out to Mitchell. Mitchell with the touch, unorthodox there, but Timber has collected it on the opposite side. Greg there with a save, and he goes over the top and bounces back out, and David will collect that ball gratefully. But the heavy touch there plays it straight to John. John has space now and options. Just goes into the space himself and gets himself another goal after the fantastic plethora of goals he scored in the opening match for Fatburn Rovers. He's got 2 now already to his name in this match as he pushes forward there. Taylor tries to come across to close him down, but then he just shoots it into the back of the goals to make it 3-1 in this match for Fatburn Rovers as Sean looks to try and run across, but is intercepted there by Mitchell, and then Mitchell himself closed down by David, and the opportunity there for Fatburn Rovers to quickly get up the pitch is dissipated there. James, ball on the edge of the box, but it's been saved by Greg there, and goes on a cheeky backheel there, but unable to either get on target or find a teammate there. Roscoe now trying to move into the space, trying to create the opportunity. Sean could pick up here on the edge of the box, and the save from Jason denies Sean a debut goal this week there. Golden opportunity for Sean, but unfortunately ran into the cat-like reflexes of Jason. As Mitchell there, cool as you like, intercepts a poor rollout there from Greg. No shout from Sean to say that Mitchell was coming in there, although maybe just unable to react quick enough. And Mitchell there, straight through one-on-one with Greg and goal, and slots it past there. Greg, obviously a little bit of a sign there to Sean, taking a bit of ownership of the poor rollout there. 4-1, the scoreline. It's quickly turned around in this game for Fatburn Rovers. They're in full control now, a 3-goal lead in this match as they look to try and continue to push on. James with the ball, edge of the box, and John can't convert there. Just hits it high over the goal there, unfortunately. So not another goal to his name, but still looking deadly there. David trying his best there to try and get the shot away, but it goes high and wide. And now it's been played through to John, and John just hooks that over, trying to show a little bit of flair, but unable to. And the ball there, missed both by Sean and David, rolls all the way to Stephen, and now Fatburn Rovers. Great control there by John. Oh, what a finish! And we're going to have to talk about the lead up to that goal. That is incredible stuff there. The ball high, John with a little touch there, takes it under control, takes it away from Taylor, and then through on goals, unorthodox, outside of the foot finish there. Brilliant finish there from John. And that is his hat-trick complete in this match. And it makes it 5-1 to Fatburn Rovers as David just hits wide of the post there. And Fatburn Rovers will look to try and play it out from the back through Stephen, but unable to conjure anything from there. Roscoe, shot from distance, denied by Mitchell, and defence has been rock solid ever since conceding that goal early on, as Greg gets a little touch on there to bring that ball down, and it bounces out wide there. So a half chance for Fatburn Rovers to get a sixth there, as once again they intercept, and the ball comes across. Taylor trying his best to take it away from Timber, but Timber too strong, and he blasts it at Roscoe. You maybe think it's a little bit unnecessarily for the force considering how close he was, but Greg makes the save and stands good there as Jason denies Taylor a goal for Ivory Toast there. Final bit of play here as Jason rolls it out to James. James trying to copy some John-esque style in front of goals, but the referee blows for full time. 5-1, the final score to Fatburn Rovers. Game number 7 in Week 1 highlights sees OB City versus Rapid Viennetta. OB City in black shooting from left to right, and Rapid Viennetta in orange shooting right to left. Lewis now on the run from a long pass there, played out to him, and he's got it in the corner there. Finds on the edge of the box there Matt denied by the post, and then denied by James. Could have been a shout have been in the box there, but in either case it did not matter. Was unable to convert the opportunity there as Lewis looks to try and get the ball from out of his feet, and has another Lewis there for company in terms of Lewis from Commissioner scored for Rapid Viennetta. Ball lands to Goggs, but James makes the save anyway there. A bit of a tongue twister talking about double Lewises. We're getting to the point now where we have multiple names on both teams as Goggs gets the shot away. It can convert. Early on here, the Rapid Viennetta go under threat, but it's still holding strong at this point. But Goggs now picked up the ball, has Ray there. Ray tries to turn keep up with Goggs, but Goggs away. Can he finish? Yes, he does. And once again, we knew it was only a matter of time until Goggs got an open opportunity to get a shot away, and he took it with both hands gleefully there. running all the way through and then just slots it past James and goes into the far corner. And that's the opening goal in this match. And it goes to who else but Gogs in this game. So OB City find themselves 1-0 up in this match, but their ball's been intercepted now as Lewis looks to come forward. And Lewis, once again, it's a Lewis versus Lewis scenario here. But Lewis for OB City's away forward. He keeps going through, and it's in the back of the net there. But the referee's actually said they've not counted the goal. It has been chopped off for being in the box there. Bit hard to tell there from it. There's a little bit of the blockage there from the camera's footage. It's one of the Rapid Viennettas standing just where they are, incidentally, that covers the footage there. So it stays 1-0 to OB City as Rapid Viennetta look to take advantage and push forward. And Niall just goes wide of the goals there with that shot. And OB City may be breathing a sigh of relief, but might still be a wee bit frustrated from the referee call, but we can't tell, have to go with the referee's call here as Nathan tries to get the shot away and gets it far wide of the goal there. Rapid Viennetta looking to start again after a short break there for substitutions there, and the ball's put out to James. Hayden looks to pick up, but Willie's intercepted. Willie driving forward, plays in Lewis. Lewis takes the shot, and this time, no question about it, referee says valid goal this time, and so Lewis finally does get the goal in the game that he thinks he should have had early on there. Lewis with a great finish there. Willie with a fantastic run from the back of the OB City defence there. Very little challenge there, and then sought to find Lewis on the far side there in space, and he slots it away there for 2-0 in this match. OB City looking in control here. Rapid Vienna trying to come forward, but defensive work for OB City here of a top quality here. Lewis once again with a shot, and James down to collect it as Cal clears that ball away. And now Aiden's here on the counter-attack. Can he convert anything from it? And unfortunately just shoots wide. Goals will pick it up. Goals, can he find his striking partner in Lewis there? He does so almost. It looks like it was a little bit of a touch from the Rapid Viennetta Lewis that takes it away. So he did find a Lewis, just found the wrong one. Cal on a wee bit of a solo run here. This is brilliant stuff from Cal as he keeps going. Can Nathan get in front of him? He can't. Oh my word. Unbelievable stuff there from Cal. And absolute cruel fortunes that didn't come off there for him. Bounced off of both posts and rolled out of the goal. Couldn't have done anything more there, Cal, and he was just praying that the football gods would have let that in, as Gogs uses the post himself to get a third goal for OB City. And what a turning of fates for the teams here. The one in Cal, the fantastic opportunity, and then OB City go right up the other end and use the post themselves to get the third goal. Great play by OB City, though. Don't want it to come across that I'm begrudging any of that. You just got to feel a bit of sympathy for Cal and Rapid after that wonderful opportunity. Big Dogs showing his clinical edge and getting another goal in the game. And once again, he's got the ball at his feet there. 3 players surround him. Lovely little play to Lewis there. And Lewis strikes it wide. Patient play there from OB City. Slow build up, control possession, and then that killer pass in the final third to get them through onto goal. As Cal takes another shot here and just wide of the goal there. Very unlucky in this match tonight for Cal that he is just missing out on a goal by the slimmest of margins. Aiden now with the ball at feet, looks to take a shot, and he's just as unlucky as Cal, just wide of the goal mouth there, unfortunately, for Rapid Viennetta. As OB City look to come forward, Gogs playing it through to Brian. Can Brian get the shot away? Looks to play back in Gogs. Oh, and Gogs has gone down. Cal's claiming for a dive. We'll have a little bit of a look at that. You can see the tackle there. I mean, the ball's in the box anyway. I mean, James has got his feet all over it. He could claim for the penalty for it, but it doesn't seem like anything there. The ball's right in the box and it's lost. And it sounds like as if Cal's adamant he wants Gogs booked there anyway. But Lewis comes across with the shot and the hand of James unable to deny Lewis there. I'm laughing watching this because I still think Cal's been moaning about the dive from Gogs earlier. But what a wonderful shot that is by Lewis there. Absolute power. James can't do anything about it. He's dived in and committed to the lower shot, but it's actually gone a little bit high with power and it just sneaks past him. And Rapid are trailing by 4 goals now in this game. Goals coming forward there, but the ball is intercepted and James boots that away. Route 1 away from the goal line as it remains 4-0 in this game. save there from Matthew in goals from Obi City. Had a bit of a quiet game, Matthew, but when he's been called upon, he's pulled out some fantastic saves. And now the ball is loose, still in play. Goals looks to pick it up. Can he find a teammate? He does. In Brian in the back post. Brian plays it through to Nathan, and Nathan with the deftness of touch. And in fact, I think he's actually said afterwards it was a bit of a skiff. But in any case, it doesn't really matter. It's in the back of the net. It's outside the boot. I mean, it's a fine enough finish from this commentator's perspective anyway. But it's 5-0 regardless in this match. Obi City looking fully in control. Rapid Viennetta are probably just looking to see this game out at this point after some heavy defeats in the last 2 games. Missing some key players though, as Matthew once again called upon, as mentioned, makes the save to deny Rapid Viennetta, keeping a clean sheet so far in this lovely little touch there by Aidan, pulling off the nutmeg off of Brian, but unfortunately nothing comes from that as Lewis tries to get through on goals there. Goggs with the shot and James with the save, and then Lewis of Rapid Viennetta clears away as we enter the last bit of play in this match. Obi City have intercepted the ball now with Nathan, but Goggs takes it there. Goggs driving forward. Goggs looks to come forward, plays in Lewis. Shot there, saved. Then Lewis plays it off the floor. Referee blows for full time. 5-0 the final score in this match. Match number 8 in Week 1 highlights, and the penultimate match for this week's highlight video sees Flaberdeen versus Fatburn Rovers. Flaberdeen in blue shooting from left to right, and Fatburn Rovers in green shooting from right to left. And I barely got the introduction out this time, and John puts the ball in the back of the net. Mitchell pushed forward there with the ball. 2 Flaberdeen defenders can't stop him there. Lets John peel away from them, and then John easily puts that back into the goal for making it the opening game for Fatburn Rovers and for both teams in this match. Bit of a trend this week that when I try and do the introductions, a quick goal seems to go into the back of the net and put me under a little bit of pressure. So hopefully in the last game we don't have that, but I suspect we probably will, as Fatburn Rovers there taking the ball away from Flaberdeen, who looked like they were trying to come forward there, and James boots it into the Flaberdeen half as Fatburn Rovers keep a hold of the ball there and are rewarded with Mitchell's goal for the team there. The long ball is picked up there by Stephen in the corner there. John tussling there with a few bits to play. The ball bobbles loose, and then Mitchell, the first time hit, gets it underneath the crossbar and into the back of the net. And it's quickly 2-0 in this match as that ball straight after kickoff comes flying onto the pitch in this game. Burnley gets rid of that ball very quickly there. Fatburn Rovers looking to come forward now. John on the run there, but Burnley collects the ball after a heavy touch from John there. Mitchell blocks the run of Burnley, and John has an opportunity, but he hits it just wide of goals, and James tries to get a shot on himself, but he's bobbled out of the box, but eventually comes back to Belly in goals. Burnley collects the long ball there and just hits the post, unfortunately there. It looked like Jason had dived the wrong way there, but it just hits the post and it goes wide there as Martin makes a run. Burnley pick up the ball. Can he find Martin? Go himself. He goes himself. Great finish there by Burnley, and Flaberdeen are back into this match after the ball landed at the feet of Burnley. Got it under control there and a lovely little run, rolling the ball all the way to the left with that right foot, and then just flicks it past Jason to make it 2-1 in this match. And Flaberdeen are right back into this after conceding early on in this match. John now tried to make a run into the ball, but it bounced off the back of his feet, and Burnley will play that through for Jamie to collect there for Flaberdeen. Fatburn Rovers once again on the attack, coming forward. Mitchell finding John. John stopped there by Burnley, and Michael will collect, and Jamie's in space, and can Jamie convert from here? Unfortunately, no. Jason, big stance there, gets himself in a great position, the legs out, and makes that vital save as Burnley comes forward for Flaberdeen. Rolls once again, but James is wise and is onto it, and John on the run now. Michaels eventually came across to try and help out the defensive and done well to force the ball out wide, but it's gone past him this time, and John gets the shot away, and John gets the goal. Michael there unfortunately did some good defending there, goes out to meet James there, and the ball just goes past his foot there. Martin tries to get the interception, can't get anything on it, and John gets the shot away cleanly to make it 3-1 in this match. This is unfortunate for Flaberdeen. They have met a John who is on fire this opening week with his goal scoring, and he is showing that once again in this match, as once again he got the ball on the far side of the pitch there. James can't get the shot away. John picks it up though, is running to the middle of the pitch, and then Michael makes the block there. And there's a claim of a slide here, and the referee's blowing for the penalty. It's a bit of a half and half. There's a claim for the handball potentially. It looks accidental. The referee's given it. John steps up and John converts, and Flaberdeen will be feeling hard done by the penalty call. There is probably some cases in either way you look at it, but the penalty has been given by the referee, and John converts it well then into the top corner to make it 4-1 in this match. Barry on the pitch now for Flaberdeen, and the second ball lands at the feet of Belgrade, and he cannot convert it there, unfortunately, and it remains 4-1 in this match as Mitchell tries to come across with the ball and is forced to go all the way across the pitch there. James collects the ball. James now with the ball at feet, looking to find a teammate, finds John. John playing it in through the Timber. Timber now takes the shot, and Timber converts the goal there to make it 5-1 in this match. Great hold-up play there by James to find John, and John quickly finding that pass to the Timber, who just held his position there. And Timber with the tightest of shots you have ever seen here at Fat Five football, pulled up so high, it's barely covering any of those legs at all. Gets the fifth goal for Fatburn Rovers. Timber now once again with the ball, takes the shot, but it just rolls wide of the goal there and denies Fatburn Rovers a sixth goal in this game. Flaberdeen defending in their corner. Barry gets away. Great run here. Pass two. Almost past the third there. Can Michael collect? He does. And it just goes wide. And so unfortunate for Michael on his debut week at Fat Five football. Couldn't get a debut goal there as well. Mitchell's found John though on the run as Jamie comes to the edge of the box to try and deny John there. And it's put him off successfully as he shoots just wide. Great goalkeeping there from Jamie, keeping himself calm and collected there. John once again with the balls past Burnley, switches across the Timber. Timber with a shot and the save there from Jamie. Great goalkeeping there from Jamie in goals as he denies Timber the chance for another goal. James takes that ball under control there, almost gets past at Burnley there, but not quite. He's forced out wide to the edge of the camera there and eventually plays it across to Timber. Timber getting another shot and he scores this time. Absolutely thundered that shot into the back of the net there. You can see the strike there, blasted past Jamie into the far corner. Jamie can't even get a hand up to make that shot, although potentially maybe didn't want to because of the power of that shot that came from Timber there. And that's the sixth goal for Fatburn Rovers in this match. 6-1 the score line now. Flaberdeen feeling this game maybe starting to get away from them. If they're going to do something, they're going to have to do it quick as Burnley comes forward there. Burnley with a shot. Brilliant save there from Jason. Last minute outstretch of the hand there. Pushes that ball out wide to deny Burnley a goal from distance there. Martin looks to play it in to Belly. Belly with a shot there and Jason covering his goals once again. There's a shout for a quick release, which happens now from Jason to John. Brilliant finish there from John. Jason reading that well. You can see in the corner of that footage a great handshake between Timber and Jason for that brilliant throw out there. You'd say massive credit for Jason for picking John out so accurately, and then credit to John for the finish there. Fantastic teamwork from Fatburn Rovers, who definitely taken advantage from the fact that this team's core has remained between seasons, so they have a really good connection between each other and know how each other play from last season. As early on there from the restart, Belly cannot get the shot in the back of the net and denied another goal for Flaberdeen there. Barry looking to get that ball under control. Jamie there looking to play back to Barry, back to Belly, and the save there from Jason, denying Belly once again from another opportunity to get a goal for Flaberdeen. Just not happening for Flaberdeen. Jason too good in goals there. As Timber there with the ball looks to takes the shot, but is saved there by Burnley. Good goalkeeping there by Burnley. A sentence I never thought I'd be saying on these videos, but I have, and the credit goes to him there denying that chance. James now picking up the ball from the roller, and another great save there from Burnley. Once again, another sentence I never thought I'd hear myself say. As the save there from Burnley once again. Non-stop goalkeeping action here from Burnley. As John looks to pick up the ball here, get it under control, weaving in and out, and eventually the ball rolls out wide. He does chase for it though, as Barry looks to keep him company, but eventually it's picked up by Mitchell, And Mitchell gets the shot away after the ball bobbles around multiple players' feet there. He does get the shot away. Unlucky there for Belly that just rolls through the feet and he cannot get a reaction to it quick enough. And then it's eventually smashed into the back of the net from Mitchell there to make it 8-1 in this match. As Flaberdeen coming straight forward here from Burnley and straight away from the kickoff there, Burnley's got a goal for Flaberdeen to get them back into this game. Brilliant run, weaving in and out, multiple players, almost the whole squad there, and smashes that into the back of the net. And Burnley gets a brilliant goal there for Flaberdeen. Not sure that it will do much to change the game, but it will get him a goal onto the league goal scoring counts there, and he'll be delighted with that. But you can tell there's a bit of frustration and venom that came out from that shot, but managed to stick it into the back of the net anyway. Jason now with the save there, looks to roll out, but Burnley intercepts and the ball's lost, and there's 3 Fatburn Rover players here through on goal. It's played through to James. James takes a shot and the save there by the goalkeeper, and then the shot by John denied. You would have thought that would have been a guaranteed goal for Fatburn Rovers, but they were just toying with Flaberdeen too much and they just couldn't convert. John all the way through in the last bits of play here though. John plays it through the legs of Barry's shot there, and it's off the post, and the referee blows for full time. 8-2 the final score. Final match highlights of week 1 brings you Parmesan Belgrade versus Bayern Brew. Parmesan Belgrade in white shooting left to right, Bayern Brew in purple shooting right to left. And I managed to get through the introduction this time without a goal happening. Gareth with the ball for Bayern Brew here in the middle of the pitch, shoots from distance. Still an early goal, but it did happen after I completed the introductions this time, so I'll be thankful for that. What a shot here from Gareth though. Almost literally middle of the pitch, shoots it from distance there. And Lewis in goal for Parmesan just stands and watches that hit the back of the net. And so the opening goal here for Bayern Brew as a ball quickly lands on the pitch after kickoff there, and it's returned quickly back to the opposite pitch. Martin with the ball from the kickoff here after the restart of the ball landing on the pitch through to Andrew, and Lewis there quickly with the save manages to stop it going any further as the ball once again lands on the pitch in this game, disrupting once again. But back underway with Martin coming forward for Bayern Brew there, finds Gareth. Gareth shrugs off the approach there from Martin to deny him, and ball is eventually saved by the Parmesan goalkeeper. But Bayern Brew pick it up once again, coming down on this far side of the pitch, still going forward, and another save there from the goalkeeper. Gareth will go and collect that ball and get it under control for Bayern Brew. So still just 1-0 in this match as the long ball played out from the goalkeeper there, and it goes all the way through to the Parmesan Belgrade keeper there. Stewart coming forward for Parmesan Belgrade. Callum picks it up there. He's got Stephen in front from company with a shot, and Callum gets the equalising goal here for Parmesan Belgrade. Stewart plays a great ball into him there. Callum with a bit of pressure with Stephen there in front of him, moves it onto the right foot, hits it through the legs, and I think that's what unsights Craig there in goals and doesn't get into the right position to get a stronger hand down and far into the corner to deny. So 1-1 in this match as Andrew takes a shot there straight after kickoff, but it just goes wide there for him and for Bayern Brew. So the game restarts after a quick substitution happening. It's all the way through and finds Callum in space. Callum with a shot, and the legs of Craig come out there to deny Callum there. Some great goalkeeping there on display from Craig to keep it at 1-1 in this game. Martin now for Bayern Brew, looking to switch in, does so, finds Andrew in space, Andrew with a shot, but Lewis is out there in his box making the save and looks to try and get things underway once again. Another save there from Lewis to deny Bayern Brew, and Andrew another opportunity. Now Callum has the ball, and it looks like there's maybe a counter-attack on for Parmesan here as Paddy comes through, and Paddy scores and seals off the counter-attack there for Parmesan Belgrade. Callum getting that ball under control, leaps there, trying to make the challenge, and the pass played through into the path of Paddy, and Paddy places it into the back of the net there. So Parmesan Belgrade turning things around in this match. 2-1 now the scoreline, and this could spell a good period for them after winning their last game convincingly against Scrandinavia. Can they use that momentum to pick up another win early on in this season? Craig for Bayern Brew has the ball at his feet, playing it out to Martin. You have to say Bayern Brew are looking lethal though, they're not sitting back. Martin push forward there. Oh, brilliant finish there from Martin. I think Lewis thought in goals that was just going to roll past the post there, but it slots perfectly into the bottom corner there. Martin, captain for Parmesan Belgrade, tries to keep him company then. You can see Lewis there. I think he thought it was going to hit the post or go wide, and it snuck into the bottom corner, and he's unable to make a save for us. It's 2-2 in this match. Bayern Brew coming very quickly back into this game. Johnny with the ball at feet. Johnny gets it stolen away there by Martin for Bayern Brew. And then Martin goes on the run. He's got Colin there for company. Plays it through to Colin. Lewis made the save early, but Colin couldn't quite get onto the end of the pass there. And now Bayern Brew having to pull it back to start again, but it's intercepted by Paddy. Paddy pushes forward. He's got options there. Takes the shot himself and gets the goal. And 3-2 Parmesan, and they are back in the lead once again in this match. Paddy there with the ball, pushing forward. Only Leaps in front of him there. I think Leaps was waiting for the pass to be played either left or right, but Paddy decides to go himself and reap the rewards of another goal for him and another goal for Parmesan Belgrade. So it is 3-2 in this match now, as the ball is played out wide by Bayern Brew to find Martin. And now there's a chance on into the Parmesan Belgrade half. Stephen looks to play it across. There's a shout for the penalty, but nothing given there, and play continues on there as Stuart looks to play it to Johnny, but the ball a little bit heavy there and it bounces back there. Bayern Brew pick up the ball, but blocked once again, and Andrew will go and try and shut down the opportunity there. Actually looks like he's done successfully. Long ball by Bayern Brew up to the pitch there. Stephen there with the ball. Stephen, does he take the shot? He does! And it sneaks into the inside post there. And that shot from distance there goes into the back of the net, converted by Stephen. To that ball under control, Martin from Parmesan tried to close him down there. And then Lewis can't quite get across to the edge of the goal mouth there to get the save there. And it is 3-3 in this match now. Straight from kickoff there, though, Craig Palms stinging there from the shot that's been placed there. As Lewis puts the ball in the back of the net, but the referee says he's in the box with that one there. We'll have a quick look at this. Lewis coming in onto the ball there. Oh, it might be out. It looks like it might have been out there. Pretty hard to tell because of the angle. The referee is closer, so we have to go with their thinking of it. The camera angle here looks like it might have been out, but this camera angle is not as accurate, you would have to say, because the instance on the other side of the pitch. So it remains 3-3 in this match as Gareth dances towards the goal, looks to play Stephen, and Stephen converts. A fantastic piece of work there by Gareth. Dances through the multiple defenders there, and then just on the goal line there, just in front of the goal line there, the box line there, looks to play it across to Stephen, finds him in a great position, and it's an open goal for Stephen to convert there. Great credit there to Gareth. Massive work there for the assist. And Bayern Brew are in the lead in this game, with the scoreline being 4-2. Bayern Brew looking to try and get this ball under control there. Colin just losing it slightly, but Martin's picked up. Plays it through to Gareth in front of the goal. And it is saved there by Stuart in the goals there. And Bayern Brew unable to capitalise after that. Craig looking to play it to Gareth. Gareth has Martin for company there. Gareth looks to take the shot on. Stuart in goals with a great save there with the feet, and now looks to restart Parmesan quickly through Johnny. Johnny going one way or another, and now he's on his own, takes the shot. Oh, brilliant goal there by Johnny. Is able to hold off the challenge there from Stephen. He's going running here, and then Stephen tries to get the foot across there. Again, within the new rules, that's okay because it's a tackle, it's not a shove there. And then Johnny takes the shot on and gets it away and gets a fourth goal for Parmesan Belgrade to make it 4-4 in this match as Bayern Brew look to come quickly after the restart. Stephen through their own goals, and then Stuart down quickly with the save, and then it just can't be converted in front of the goals there. So it remains 4-4 in this game. Lewis now up into the Bayern Brew half, looking to try and get a chance away here through to Calm, and the save there from Craig. It's rolled out to Colin, who lays it back to his goalkeeper, and then Gareth on his own gets the shot away and gets the goal, and is that the winning goal in this match? Brilliant counter attack there. Craig plays that through the middle there after Colin just taps it back to him, And then Gareth, all on his own there, gets onto the end of that ball. Stewart tried to come out to close in the gap. Lewis there trying to get any defensive block across it. Both unable to affect Gareth's shot there, and it rolls into the back of the net. And Bayern Brew have got themselves a slender lead in this match. 5-4 now the score as we enter the last bit of play. Andrew intercepts the long ball out there from the goalkeeper. Colin in front of the goals now. Can he convert? He can. Stewart there converts. It makes the save and then plays it out to Lewis. Lewis tries to get the shot away and is blocked there by Stephen. And there's maybe one last chance here for Parmesan Belgrade, but the Bayern Brew defence are holding up. Hell with a chance. It's been saved. It's across the box. Referee blows the whistle. 5-4 to Bayern Brew, the final score in this game. Confirmation of all Week 1's final scores, including the games on Pitch 1s that we couldn't bring you this week, are on your screen right now. We apologise for the loss of footage on Pitch 1 due to the technical issues. Looking at the league, Fatburn Rovers sitting there at the top with Bayern Brew, both on 9 points, split by goal difference. OBC, Ivory, Toth both on 6. Parmesan Belgrade, Flaberden on 3. Scrandinavian Rapid at the bottom, split by goal difference, both with 0 points. Fat Fives are constantly looking for new players. Our registration window is never closed. You can find our player registration form at our website, fatfives.football. Fat Fives are delighted to offer sponsorship opportunities for local, national and international businesses. If you'd like to find out more about sponsorship opportunities, go to our website at fatfives.football/sponsor. Don't forget to like and subscribe to make sure that you're notified of all the highlights for this upcoming season.